What if I told you the key to better energy, better digestion, and even a better mood could be sitting in your fridge right now? Not in a fancy vitamin bottle or a complicated meal plan, just a jar of tangy, fermented sauerkraut, or maybe a fizzy bottle of kombucha. Crazy, right? But here's the thing. Fermented foods aren't just trendy. They've been transforming health for centuries, quietly working behind the scenes in cultures all over the world. Stick with me and I'll show you how these foods can revolutionize your gut health and why that matters more than you might think. The moment I realized something was wrong. A few years ago, I was stuck in what felt like an endless cycle of stomach discomfort, low energy, and honestly just feeling off. No matter how much I slept, I was exhausted. No matter how healthy I ate, my digestion was unpredictable at best. And that brain fog? It made everything harder. Work, relationships, you name it. Sound familiar? If you've ever felt like your body was working against you, you know how frustrating it can be. I tried everything, cutting out dairy, going gluten-free, drinking all the green smoothies Instagram influencers swear by. Nothing worked. Then one day, I was venting to a friend about my struggles, and they handed me a jar of kimchi. Eat a spoonful of this with your meals, they said. It changed my life. At first, I laughed. Fermented cabbage? Really? But I was desperate enough to try anything, so I did. My fermented food experiment. I started small, one spoonful of kimchi a day. Within a week, something amazing happened. My bloating started to disappear. My energy improved. And for the first time in months, my stomach felt calm. I couldn't believe something so simple was making such a big difference. That's when I went down the rabbit hole of learning about fermented foods and gut health, and what I found blew my mind. What are fermented foods and why are they so powerful? Let's break it down. Fermentation is a natural process where microorganisms like bacteria and yeast break down sugars in food. The result? A tangy, flavorful, and nutrient-packed product that's full of probiotics. You've probably heard of probiotics before, those good bacteria that everyone seems to be talking about. These probiotics are the magic behind fermented foods. When you eat them, they replenish the beneficial bacteria in your gut, creating a balanced microbiome. Why does that matter? Because your gut is more than just a place where food gets digested. It's the control center for your overall health, Ihua. The gut microbiome, your body's secret weapon. Here's a fun fact. There are more bacterial cells in your body than human cells. Most of them live in your gut, forming what's called the gut microbiome. Think of it as a bustling city of microorganisms, each with a specific job. Some help digest food, others produce vitamins, and many play a role in regulating your immune system. But here's the kicker. Your gut and brain are deeply connected through something called the gut-brain axis. Scientists have discovered that your gut produces around 90% of your body's serotonin, the feel-good hormone. That means the state of your gut can directly impact your mood, stress levels, and even how you think. When your gut microbiome is balanced, everything works smoothly. But when it's out of balance, often due to poor diet, stress, or antibiotics, you start to feel the effects. Bloating, fatigue, poor immune function, and even mental health struggles. The ancient wisdom of fermentation. What's fascinating is that fermented foods aren't some new health trend. They've been around for thousands of years. Ancient Koreans used kimchi not just as a staple dish, but as a way to preserve vegetables during harsh winters. In Japan, miso has been a cornerstone of the diet, offering both flavor and health benefits. And yogurt? It's been nourishing people across the Middle East and Europe for centuries. These foods were created out of necessity, but cultures quickly noticed their health benefits. And now, modern science is catching up, confirming what our ancestors knew all along. Fermented foods are powerful. Let's talk about the nitty-gritty. Fermented foods are rich in probiotics, as I mentioned, but they also offer prebiotics, fibers that feed the good bacteria already in your gut. Together, probiotics and prebiotics create a thriving environment for your microbiome. Studies have shown that regular consumption of fermented foods can improve digestion. By balancing your gut bacteria, they help reduce bloating, gas, and other uncomfortable symptoms. Boost immunity. A healthy gut supports a strong immune system, making you less susceptible to illnesses. Enhance mental health. Research links fermented foods to reduced anxiety and depression, thanks to their role in supporting serotonin production. Aid in nutrient absorption. Fermentation can make certain nutrients more bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb them more easily. How to get started with fermented foods. If you're new to fermented foods, don't worry. You don't need to overhaul your diet overnight. Start small and experiment with what you like. Here are a few easy options. Sauerkraut. This tangy, fermented cabbage is perfect as a side dish or added to sandwiches. Look for raw, unpasteurized versions to get the full probiotic benefits. Kimchi. A spicy Korean staple made from cabbage, radishes, and a variety of seasonings. It's great with rice, eggs, or even on its own. Yogurt. Choose plain, unsweetened yogurt with live and active cultures. Add fresh fruit or a drizzle of honey for natural sweetness. Kombucha. A fizzy, fermented tea that's slightly sweet and tart. It's a great soda alternative. Miso, a fermented soybean paste often used in soups and marinades. It's rich in umami flavor and incredibly versatile. A word of caution. As amazing as fermented foods are, it's important to introduce them gradually. If your gut isn't used to them, you might experience some mild discomfort at first. Start with small portions, just a tablespoon of sauerkraut or a few sips of kombucha, and build up from there. And of course, if you have any health conditions or concerns, talk to your doctor before making major changes to your diet. My life after fermented foods. Fast forward to today, and fermented foods are a staple in my diet. I don't go a day without them. The bloating, fatigue, and brain fog I used to deal with? Gone. I feel more energized, focused, and balanced than ever before. The best part? It's not just about physical health. Knowing I'm supporting my gut microbiome gives me a sense of control over my well-being. It's a simple, accessible change that has ripple effects throughout your entire life. Final thoughts. So, will fermented foods solve every health issue you have? No, but they're an incredibly powerful tool to have in your arsenal. By supporting your gut health, you're giving your body what it needs to function at its best. If you've been feeling off, whether it's digestive discomfort, low energy, or just a sense that something isn't quite right, why not give fermented foods a try? You might be surprised at how much they can transform your health and your life. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.